So after what I would like to call a remarkable season with very innovative plot lines, very unique characters, tons of twists and things that I absolutely loved, I just have one question. What the hell happened? It's not saying I didn't like the episode or that it was dull. As a matter of fact, just the opposite. So many things happened that I'm still not quite sure what's going on, and this episode aired over a week ago. So it turns out that Dorniget's mother was actually a high-ranking person at the CIA, but he didn't tell anyone because he didn't want anyone thinking he was getting like special treatment. I find that it's a very interesting theme that all the characters on this show have very grandiose parental figures or actual parentals besides Gibbs. Ziva's father was the director of Mossad. Tony's father is a rich con man. Mickey's dad was a big admiral in the Navy. I would not be shocked if there was some plotline in season 13 where it was like, Gibbs, you're adopted. Ronald Reagan's actually your father. Wouldn't that be incredible? So Agent Teague, like your average mother who just had her son murdered by terrorists, is a little out of it, but very determined. As a matter of fact, she's probably more on. This woman's getting shit done. So it goes to the whole 36 hours earlier, which is practically an NCIS finale trademarked by this point, and it's Vance and Gibbs and her talking about what they're going to do. So the whole episode's planning and plotting and reflecting, all very NCIS finale, until Mike Franks resurrects. He's kind of mean this time around. He's just like, Roby, what are you doing? You done goofed, son. There's this DJ who went from recruiting kids to pump up the club to recruiting kids to blow up the club. Ah, adolescence. The kid that we met in the last episode is in custody, and he's like, oh my god, everyone's dead because of me. But he keeps suspiciously listening to his MP3 player, and it's probably because he downloaded some music illegally. Probably not the worst thing he's done this week. The mother's very tough. She's very strong NCIS woman. But there's this one scene where the kid's like, oh my god, I kind of killed him. And the mom's like, no, you didn't, that's my son. And I'm just like weeping quietly on the other side of the screen, but like whatever. And they're getting more and more frustrated with the kids because they're sensing more and more kids are leaving. And it turns out there's this other older teenager who is working with the main terrorist trying to keep all the kids in line, and they're like, yo, this kid's struggling. We gotta get him back on track. But there's this one scene in an elevator that's between Gibbs and Teague and Mike. You know. It's kind of talking about how like there's always another criminal, another monster, like that's why they do this, which is literally, have you seen Swan Song? And then Dead Mike is kind of hinting that he wants to date this woman or sleep with her or make out with her. I don't know. Every option I come out with is worse than the last because he's dead. She's not. And this is not a Patrick Swayze movie. Just your average romance. And so Vance gets a call from other agencies that are telling Teague to step off, and Teague's like, nah. And that's where she kind of ends up going rogue and torturing the guy, and then Gibbs shows up and he's like, ah! And meanwhile, the kid had been kidnapped, the one who had been staying over Gibbs' house, by the older boy. He like knocked the protective custody agent. What was that woman? I think it was just like your friendly neighborhood babysitter that they stuck in the middle of this horrific, entangled government project. So they capture the terrorist who has been leading all of this in DC, and the rest of the team goes to the Middle East, and this is all happening in like the last 15 minutes of the finale, which I was not expecting. So Gibbs goes there and they find a girl with some pumped up kicks looking like she's straight off a Skechers commercial. And she's very sassy, like, but not even sassy, she's very Exorcist-y. I don't know, she's just very somber and chill AF for the situation she's in. And then all hell starts breaking loose. Like, Teague is like stuck in a mob. Tony's on the phone with DJ Rosebud. DJ Rosebud's like, whoa, they're just kids after all, because I'm an idiot. And then the kid who you thought had like turned good grabs a gun and is like, Agent Gibbs, and then shoots him in the knee. And then DiNozzo, I know I've been doing this a lot, but literally DiNozzo's like, what's happening? My man, down on the job. And then Gibbs gets shot in the chest, and then he's just like lying there like, kind of can't really do much. And it's to be continued, like, will Gibbs die? Will Gibbs live? Will he resurrect? Like Mike Franks does quite often. And that's the finale. I liked and kind of hated the whole like, haha, they're just kids and then they like murder people. I don't know how I feel about that. It's very like dark. I love to just analyze it and pick it apart and like, oh god, oh man, I'm living for it. It's a challenge, but I will accept it. I think it's kind of like the kid was good and then the other kid turned him back because peer pressure and, you know, death threats and like, you're 12. Will Gibbs die? I actually filmed my reaction to the penultimate episode and the finale, and I actually started cracking up when Gibbs got shot because I'm like, this is so ridiculous. There's no way he's gonna die. And then I remember the last time I thought someone was gonna renew their contract. So now I don't know what to feel. I was just like, so like, oh, that's whatever. He's not gonna die. He's Gibbs. And then I realized that like nothing is impossible. I legitimately would be very, 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 very concerned about this show if Gibbs left. Any fighter can take a blow, but the second one might be what knocks him out. And that's kind of where I am. I love that it's a to be continued finale because that usually leaves for an interesting season opener. I thought it was a good finale. I'm sad to see the season ending. Oh my god. Past, present, and future is almost 2 years old. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm just like, my life is like flashing before my eyes right now. Oh my god, next thing you know, I'm gonna be 90. And still crying about season 10. I've been on like a hardcore season 10 kick lately. If you follow me on Twitter, I'm sure you've realized. Like, I've just been on this hardcore season 10 Tiva kick that I have not been on in a long time. And I'm kind of like distraught about it. I have a love-hate relationship with everything I did in season 10 video-wise because my videos always got like hundreds and hundreds of views and tons of comments and people interacting with them. And I loved that. I loved that so much. And I loved the season so much. And I loved what was happening. And I loved talking about it. But my god, was I a mess. Like, every time I watch a video from then, I'm just like, why? Why? I'm pretty soft-spoken now. Then, like, I just talking to the camera, I would go like this and be like, how can you guys, they'll turn their volume up, they can hear me just fine. And it was terrible. Why? And I would have like the camera zoomed in all the way to here and all my cuts were awkward. Cause I want to go back and watch what I thought of like Shiva and Shabbat Shalom initially. But my god, at what cost? I just remember for Shabbat Shalom, there was like this, oh my god, the theories we had for Shabbat Shalom. The theories we had for season 10. We were a bunch of crazy kids. Those were the days. And then past, present, and future. God, I just got thrown right into it. Hadn't even been making videos a year. I was so naive. I was so young. Can we just take like a short trip down memory lane? I'm so sorry, but oh my god. Cody announced that she was leaving the day after. I spilled iced tea in my laptop and it broke. I was just trying to find some way to get a video up with no computer and no like way to edit anything. Oh, it was so bad. It was so stressful. I cried a lot. And I remember people on Twitter being like, what does that crazy girl think? And I'm like, guys, I'm right here. I don't have any way to communicate with you. Past, present, and future was a mess. For me and for the episode. I actually just rewatched Past, Present, and Future in pretty much its entirety for the first time since it aired a couple of days ago. I still don't know how I feel about this episode, because while I was watching it, I was like, oh my god, I was way too harsh on this, and then like 2 seconds later I'd be like, oh my god, I wasn't harsh enough. Past, Present, and Future is just one of those episodes that I feel needs to be analyzed for the rest of eternity, because just what happened? I've been thinking about making that one of my summer videos, reviewing Past, Present, and Future, now that I've had over 500 days to digest it, and I still don't think that's enough. And that's something I really want to talk about again, and I feel like people would be interested because, as we've learned from past experience, anytime I mention Tiva, people seem to pay attention, but it's also when I'm my most awkward and like flamboyant, so it's kind of like a win-lose situation. Anyway, season 12, that existed. A good season. It was actually one of the lowest rated finales, though, viewers-wise. It had just under 15 million viewers, and we haven't had anything that low around finale time since season 5, which is interesting. I didn't think it was a bad time. More people should have joined us. It was kind of a party. Season 12 on a whole. I really, really did enjoy it. I'm not gonna lie, and I think I've expressed this to you guys a couple of times, season 11 kind of sucked some life out of me, but season 12 gave me a lot of that life back. A lot of the love and appreciation that had gotten me into this show in the first place was returned, and I'm very, very thankful for that. I'm glad season 12 exists. It brought me back to a place that I missed, and I hope we will only continue to move upwards in the future. Dangerous words. I need like a warning. I have high hopes for season 13. I think season 11 needed to exist because we needed to rebuild, and I think season 12 and season 13 existed to get us back to the place where we had been. And you know what? I'm glad to be aboard for the ride. Okay, final thoughts on season 12. Good. Innovative. A hell of a lot better than season 11. I'm Sarah, and I'm signing off, and I will see you this summer! Turn up! What? Beach party. Goodbye. I hope this is zoomed out. I'm gonna cry if this isn't zoomed out. No. You know what? I'm just gonna zoom it out even more. She's gone off her rocker and there's no stopping her. Ooh! My cat's down here. I thought that was a monster. Ollie, say hi! I thought you were a beast. I just stared death in the face. Ooh. Every time someone uses a faucet, it kind of sounds like the house is collapsing. And the heater just started. Wow, let's just stab me while we're at it. Why not? Turn the bathtub off! My upstairs sink is broken, so every time someone wants to wash their hands, they must use the bathtub. I am next to a set of pipes. As I'm sure you can imagine, there's a slight issue. Please stop the bath water! Thank you.